on TNA Xplosion. Gia Miller goes around the ring with my broadcast colleague, the drama king, Matthew Rehwoldt. Plus, the Don West, you've got to be kidding me, top 5 trending topics of the week. And in our main event, it's Bulletproof Steve Maclin going one-on-one with the System's Brian Myers. But first, it's Mance Warner in action. Xplosion starts now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Steph DeLander from Bucksnort, Tennessee, weighing in at 220 pounds, Mance Warner.
He is the Southern Psycho, accompanied by Steph DeLander, his girlfriend, who believes that she is the reigning TNA Digital Media Champion. TNA does not officially recognize DeLander as said champion.
That's right, and she's also claiming that this is the era of Mancer and DeLander. We're just gonna have to see how this all goes, and I know it's gonna get really interesting.
It was on the live episode of TNA Impact right here in San Antonio, Texas, that the number 23 was revealed to be Mance Warner, attacking Sami Callihan in the process.
And his opponent from Amarillo, Texas, weighing in at 190 pounds, Chandler Hopkins.
How we doing?
Welcome to ringside. This is TNA Xplosion. She's me, Gia Miller. I'm Tom Hannafin. So many exciting things happening right now in TNA Wrestling in 2025 as we're ready to see Mance Warner go one-on-one with Chandler Hopkins from a little bit of a drive here in Texas in Amarillo.
Amarillo all the way to San Antone. He's here to show Mance Warner the cowboy way.
Let's see how many George Strait references you can get in the course of this matchup. Hopkins is going to have his hands full, however. Mance Warner charges right at Hopkins. If you've never seen the Southern Psycho before, he is as nasty as they come. And now with the motivation of his girlfriend, Steph DeLander, in the corner, Warner, it could be extremely dangerous here in TNA Wrestling.
Let me tell you something. I've known the Southern Psycho Mance Warner for many years. And I can tell you, with Steph DeLander in his corner, he is more dangerous than ever.
Launching Hopkins into the barricade at ringside. Steph DeLander rearranging the furniture, so to speak. The thing about watching Warner go to work, bad intentions everywhere he goes, delivering the suplex on the outside to Hopkins.
Oh, God bless him.
Take another look at this. This snap suplex on the outside by Warner, and Hopkins is in a world of pain. Now Warner has gone back inside the ropes to reset the 10 count. Now back out after Hopkins.
Oh, those chops are just taking my breath away.
Oh, and now Warner is biting Hopkins, and the referee giving a warning to Mance Warner.
No pun intended, but this is just a taste of the brutality that Mance Warner is capable of. I've seen this man go to war, bleed, and sweat for days just for a victory, not even a title on the line. He is a dangerous individual. Like I said, now with the motivation of Steph DeLander and this new found confidence from this Mancer DeLander era, there's no telling what he's gonna do. What is he?
Oh, stepping on the hand of Hopkins. Look at the shoulder of Hopkins. That's from going into the steel steps moments ago.
Oh my gosh, a perfect imprint of that metal texture. Oh man.
Warner's enjoying every last second of this. No wasted motion whatsoever. Everything done with purpose, intention, and malice. Oh, locked in the corner there by Hopkins. Warner's not phased. Rushes at Hopkins. Not trying to pick up the pace, and a kick right between the eyes, and Hopkins desperately needed that one.
You can't keep a good boy down Chandler Hopkins is trying to get the better of Mance Warner.
This is the way. Cowboy way.
Just like I said, the Cowboy.
Oh, just gets clobbered by Mance Warner.
But sometimes that Cowboy way can have a couple bumps on the trail. You just got to get back in the saddle and keep riding.
The knee strike by Mance Warner. Sami Callihan has felt that here in TNA. Mance Warner has arrived.
Here is your winner, Mance Warner.
Warner arrived at TNA at the expense of the Death Machine. How do you think Sami Callihan will react?
Oh, maybe with disgust at the sight of this. Oh.
Look at Joe, he's staying up, he's staying on his feet.
Quick roll up by Styles. Oh, rolls back through.
Look at this power.
Look
at this power.
You know, I was curious if he could ever get him up in the Styles clash. May have been too early in the going. I don't think he had Joe sufficiently weakened. Sunset flip by Joe.
Oh, look at this. Holy cow, they're just...
The rolling cradle. Terry Funk, what does he call it? The Texas tumbleweed? It's a pin attempt by Joe for a 2 count.
Oh, AJ Styles, though, look at this, he's dizzy. Oh, did you see him going for the Pele again, and he didn't even know where Joe was?
You're right, because he's so dazed and confused from that rolling cradle.
Look at that power edge.
His head off with that close.
This could be the end right now. No! He gets his arm up. Samoa Joe can't believe it. There's no way he didn't get the pin right there. Samoa Joe isn't a victim of a lackadaisical cover. If he had hooked the leg, that would have definitely been the end of this match. He should have applied all of his weight right there is what you're saying, and just not giving him any kind of a chance to get up.
But I think in his mind, he thought that he had AJ knocked out. But you're right, it's no excuse. When you're on the verge of victory, you have to do everything possible to get the 3 count. Not only win the Super X Cup trophy, but get an X Division title match with the Fallen Angel next month at Unbreakable.
Samoa Joe right there just teasing him. Oh, but you don't do that to AJ. You don't try to make him look bad. As they just trade him back and forth right here. And look at AJ, he's going nuts.
Lefts and rights and knees, and more lefts and rights from Styles. And here come the open hands, the palm thrust.
Oh, what a kick right there. That was enough to put Joe down.
Joe's down. Joe's down.
Joe's down.
Referee Thomas, is he going to count? Stay on the ring. He's making the count. Where are we at?
This is the most important part of the match in my mind right now. The first man to their feet. They may be in position to end this match right
Where
now.
are we at here? Where are we at the count? We're at 6. We're at 7. Are they going to get up? We're at 8. AJ up to a knee and using the ring ropes. We're at 9, and Styles is up to his feet at 9. What a gutsy, courageous performance by both men.
But Joe's right there. Joe is right there. And he's in position now to try his muscle buster.
Oh, no, he's got the buster!
No!
He's got him up!
No, AJ fights out of it. He fights out of it. Oh, and he kicks him into the turnbuckles right there.
AJ gonna try and take him up!
He's got him.
On his shoulders! He's got him in a torture rack! Who would have believed it? Torture rack by Styles!
Look at the strength. And he sends it down, and the referee gets bumped.
What happened?
Oh, AJ's got him, but the referee's been hurt.
Wait a minute, where you going, Daniels? He kicked him in the head! Referee Thomas is down and out!
I just want to see what's going on here, Mike, tonight. Just relax.
Where are you going? Referee Andrew Thomas knocked out. The feet of Samoa Joe hit him right in the head. Here's the pin. Daniels is off of headsets.
Well, Daniels is going up there to check it out.
Check it
but
out.
The referee's not there to make the counts.
Referee's knocked out. Daniels has just slid into the ring with the title belt.
Oh, no, come on.
Took down AJ. STO'd him down. This is what we didn't need in this match.
Oh, look at this Samoa Joe. He's handing it to him. He's handing it to Samoa Joe.
But he said neither man deserved it earlier. Look at this. He's got the title belt. He was going to hit Joe, but Joe saw him. Joe turned his back for just a moment.
Good call right there, Mike. Samoa Joe not trusting him for a minute, and AJ wobbles up, and AJ goes right after Daniels and sends him out of the ring.
Powered him out with the clothesline. Oh, no.
But wait a minute. Oh, a nice slap right there by Joe.
Don't ever turn your back on Samoa Joe.
Oh, he's going to the Muscle Buster again.
Got him up. Muscle Buster.
Oh, he hits it.
Is he going to go for the choke? There it is. It's cinched in. Rear naked choke. The tequila clutch. The submission move. That's gained him all his victories. That's kept him unbeaten. And AJ, oh, God, he's going to have to fight through this.
He's fighting with everything he's got. Look at that. If anybody can get out of this, it's AJ. As you see how entrenched that Samoa Joe is, AJ going for the rope. Going for the rope. Can he get it? No, he can't get it. He taps out.
Of the 2005 Super X-Cup Tournament, Samoa Joe!
And now, here on TNA Xplosion, it's time for the Don West You've Got to Be Kidding Me Top 5 Trending Topics of the Week in honor of the late great TNA Hall of Famer, Don West. At number 5, it was earlier on this week on NXT that the NXT champion Oba Femi was in the ring, and he was surprised by the reigning X Division champion, TNA wrestling star Moose. What a moment it was earlier on this week on NXT, and this coming Tuesday night on NXT, Moose will be defending his X Division championship in a WWE ring, making history as he puts the title on the line against Lexis King. At number 4, it was last night live on TNA Impact that Tessa Blanchard was supposed to compete on Impact for the first time in over 4 years, but things went awry. Want to find out what happened? You can check it out on demand right now on TNA+. At number 3, TNA Wrestling is returning to Las Vegas, and this time it's ahead of WrestleMania weekend. Thursday, April 17th, live at 10 p.m. Eastern. It's TNA Unbreakable, honoring the unforgettable matchup that we saw at Unbreakable in 2005. Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, and Christopher Daniels for the X Division Championship. TNA Unbreakable ticket information is available now via TNAWrestling.com. At number 2, we were talking about NXT a little bit earlier on. Well, it was last weekend at NXT Vengeance Day. We saw the liaison between NXT and TNA, Ariana Gray, speaking with NXT's general manager, Ava. They were joined by TNA's Director of Authority, Santino Marella, who returned to WWE TV for the first time in years. It appears the partnership between TNA and NXT is strong, and you never know what's going to happen next. And at number 1, last night we saw another live edition of TNA Impact on AXS TV in the United States, Sportsnet 360 in Canada, and worldwide on TNA+. And it all got kicked off with Joe Hendry, the reigning TNA World Champion, presenting an encore championship concert live on Impact. He had a guest. You want to find out what happened? Check it out on TNA+. Still to come, Bulletproof Steve Maclin faces the most professional wrestler, Brian Myers, of the system. But coming up next, it's Around the Ring with Gia Miller, starring the Drama King, Matthew Rehwoldt. Welcome back to TNA Xplosion, and now it's time for Around the Ring with Gia Miller.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Around the Ring. As always, I'm your host, Gia Miller, and today, man, I'm
You're
not.
welcome, Gia.
I'm not even
You're welcome.
fronting. I'm really excited to sit next to someone
Well,
other
you
than
normally
Tom.
have to sit. Now you beat me to it.
Come on.
I
Come on.
love it. Great minds think alike.
Exactly. And listen, I've been the sweet, innocent Gia for far too long.
Wait, you have?
Yes. I need to channel.
That's not the Gia I know.
I need to channel more Rehwoldt
Yes.
energy, especially into
Yes,
my commentary.
Tom needs balance on Xplosion.
Yes, and I'm just too nice to him.
Yeah.
I'm way too nice to him. Because y'all don't know it, but he gets in little digs at me. And I think I need to start throwing it back. So I needed to sit down with you, with someone who's an expert at it.
Yes.
Someone that's so good at it. And you two are so good together. Y'all are a great yin and yang. But
A little bit.
But we're only here to put you over so much. We're
Okay. Fair.
We gotta talk about some stuff. So it's all over your social media, which is how I knew to ask you about a recommendation. But you're a big bourbon guy, and
Yes.
I'm just starting to dip my toe into the bourbon.
Okay.
Which I might not drink that bourbon because I put my foot in it. But
Well, some parts of this country, that might add a little flavor.
it might. But so, what can you tell me about like what I should look for in a good bourbon?
Well, when you're starting out, one that you can drink
Yes.
without dying.
Yeah.
Because here's the
know
thing,
where I'm
they run the gamut, and especially as you get into it, especially in bourbon and Scotch and Japanese and Irish, it's a little bit different. They don't go super high proof, but bourbon, if you get into it, people love their what they call cash strength. It's uncut, unfiltered, straight out of the barrel.
Wow.
And that can run. I just recently had one as high as 140 proof, which is
Egad.
70% alcohol.
Ooh.
Now a
I
standard.
thought Everclear was bad.
That's pretty close to
It's
Everclear.
pretty close.
But keep in mind, a standard bottle of like Jack Daniel's Black Label you see on the shelf, that's 80 proof,
Right.
which is 40% alcohol. This is almost double the amount of alcohol in it.
Double.
So read your labels would be the
Read
first,
your labels.
first
And
foremost.
I have started to learn about reading the label because I have definitely gotten some that's a little too high for me.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, so what's your favorite? Like what's your go-to if you're like, I can't decide, I'm going straight to
Sure.
Old Reliable.
Dude, my Old Reliable, and a lot of people scoff at me because for a lot of people it was it's a cheap one. Don't get me wrong, it's not a fancy one. Despite I love my fancy whiskeys and options,
Sure.
my go-to, it's a cheap one, but it's a surprisingly high quality one because Wild Turkey 101.
I do love Wild Turkey.
See, a lot of people, it is good, but a lot of people like that was their college drink. So they're like, oh, I got terrible memories and everything. But I'm like, the funny thing is getting into this and becoming a nerd about it, learning about it.
Yeah.
Unlike a lot of other bottles in a similar price point, Wild Turkey, they've been such a generational and like well-established distillery.
Yeah.
And the Russells, who are the ones who distill it, they've been that family has run that distillery for generations at this point.
They've worked out all the kinks.
Oh, well, and they take a lot of pride. It's not just about pumping it out like,
Right.
So it's a good age, it's a good proof. It doesn't feel too light, doesn't feel overbearing. They don't put out some really young, untested product. Like they take a lot of care in it. So even though it's kind of a cheaper option, it's actually for a really high quality within that price bracket. So Wild Turkey 101 is like house whiskey if I got nothing else in mind.
Yeah, my grandpa used to love Wild Turkey. And anytime I find an alcohol that I do really like, so I had the same thing when I was in college with Fireball. I loved Fireball, so I didn't want to get sick on it. So I'm like, I'm going to be so careful about not ruining this for myself. Now, do not give me a shot of Patron. Do not give me a shot of vodka. I will immediately vomit. But Fireball I can do all day long, and Wild Turkey's another one. I loved it, so I was like, okay, that's look at us. I'm already thinking more like you.
Exactly. See, I just want to preach the gospel of bourbon. And like, here's the thing. Wow, I just blanked. I just totally blanked. Because you know why? Because Fireball breaks my brain.
It does.
Because it's not whiskey.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not whiskey.
It's not whiskey.
It's
a flavored liqueur, malt liquor monstrosity.
It's
that you should avoid at all costs.
It's red hot in a bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pumped full of sugar and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that is the one thing I do regret.
Whiskey, bourbon, it's vegan.
It is.
It's vegan.
Look at that.
It's friendly. It's all vegetables. It's all grains. There's no meat products in there.
We could put it over all day.
That's right.
Okay. Well, so next time we'll have to have a tasting.
Ooh, oh, done.
Let's do it. All right. So I've got you on for another episode, it sounds like.
Oh, crap.
Yes.
Yep, you do.
Yes.
You roped me in.
Woo! Rehwoldt, thank you so much for sitting down with me today.
Thank you for having me,
I really appreciate it. This has been Around the Ring.
Up next, we're diving into the vault. It's one half of the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley, against Switchblade Jay White from Sacrifice 2022. That is next on Xplosion. Welcome back to TNA Xplosion, and now it's From the Vault.
Jay White looks to get out of dodge, catch a breather a little bit. Control the pace of this matchup.
On the move, Shelley, thought about a baseball slide. White able to evade. Now Shelley, elbow right to the throat.
You know, with all the history here, this is going to be one of those matches where both wrestlers know each other so well.
Shelley rolls back inside, resets the referee's 10 count, and continues the punishment. Shelley's having a blast right now here at Sacrifice. Mocking the name Switchblade. Oh, God, in the back of the head. Some home turf advantage virtually here inside the impact zone.
Alex Shelley making a big part of his career here.
Oh, using the top rope.
And I do love, look how game Alex Shelley showed up for this matchup. That's all Jay White would ever want.
Oh, beautiful. Went for the crossbody from the apron, double knees by White.
Maybe that'll make Alex Shelley think maybe once or twice about trying to have fun with Jay White like he was earlier in this matchup.
White maybe thinking about a suplex there. Went back for the left arm. Did Shelley. Trying to corral the right arm now. Oh, and a backbreaker.
Shelley keep going for that arm of Jay White. Focusing on a body part, but Jay has had an answer for it pretty much every single time.
And White's got to worry about the Border City stretch, that chicken wing over the shoulder crossface that we've seen over the years. From Shelley. Oh, caught on the top rope and a little turnabout fair play from the Switchblade.
There you go, encouraging his former mentor. Telling him he's got it. You want to play with me, I'll play with you.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, driven into the apron. Oh, this is the ruthlessness of Jay White. Making the fans endure what happens to this Impact Wrestling legend. And White rolls back inside the ring, resets the referee's 10 count.
Jay White doesn't care about that. He's here to prove that he's a legend in his own right, in his own time. Even though he's still relatively young in his career, he's accomplished so much, and he's making sure his mentor knows that.
Shelley inside, into the cover, right to the leg, and a kick out at one. Jay White at the No Surrender event, he defeated Eric Hamilton in their first time ever clash of Violent by Design, and then later that night, completely rearranged Bullet Club expelled Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. The Good Brothers back into the fold with the Bullet Club. So much has happened for one of the strongest factions in the history of professional wrestling.
And that's exactly why it had to happen. Jay White is carrying a legacy on his shoulders that is Bullet Club. He needs to have the very best and brightest in his clan.
Cut down with a back elbow.
And if you don't make that cut, you're out. And right now, Alex Shelley is out.
The calm, cool demeanor of Jay White coming back into play. Think about a pump handle backbreaker. Collar hook to both legs and a kick out.
When Jay White gets confident, when he gets that air about him, there is no wrestler on the planet who can perform quite like him.
And you use the word air, and that is something that is in a deficit right now for Alex Shelley. This has been a great job by Jay White to attack the midsection, went after the throat at one point, trying to affect the breathing of his opponent.
Simple science, can't breathe, you can't fight.
Center of the ring was trying to set up for a suplex. Great block there by Shelley. Suffers a chop. Oh, and a forearm shiver.
Shelley showing his former friend. He's still got a lot of fight left in him.
Remember who the mentor was. And Shelley dropping Jay White. Plenty of speed still.
I was just about to say. The speed, the snap.
Respect shown by the fans here in Louisville for these two wrestlers. Shelley and White here at Sacrifice. Oh, right to the face.
Now Shelley looking to send a message to White maybe that he hasn't quite learned as much as he thinks he has. That's a dangerous game to play with the switchblade.
Oh. Well, think about slice bread number 2. White in the corner now. Shelley sidestep. Shelley with the quick DDT.
And that is how quickly Jay White can turn a match around.
I see Jay White there spitting up, but grabbing in his midsection. Now he's trying to get his air out.
Trying to get it back. Everybody has a little cotton mouth every now and then, especially when a match is as intense as this is.
The conditioning of these two men is fantastic. Both came in fantastic shape. Oh, uppercut by White. Twisting suplex middle of the ring.
Could be.
Could this be it for Shelley? Kick out. There's still the mind games at play, holding up that too so White can see it.
And this is important to Jay White. He's confident, he knows how good he is.
Trying to set him up maybe for the half-half suplex. Shelley able to block it.
But silencing your teacher, putting that kind of demon, that monkey on your back, making sure you know that you can beat the one who taught you. It's a psychological thing, and Jay White needs it.
Oh, face first into the middle turnbuckle.
Shelley is not going to give that one up for free.
Both men having for the count of 10 to get back up to their feet. What a match here at Sacrifice. Alex Shelley versus Jay White.
And it's not often you see Jay White in this kind of a predicament, this much peril.
You see Shelley motioning. Come on, get back up to your feet. Shelley wants more out of White.
He wants the best out of White. Look at that, come on! What kind of teacher is this, though? Let's go.
Trapping the left arm, which Shelley targeted early on in the match. Oh,
there you go. What's good for one is good for the other.
The official giving a warning to Jay White.
He didn't give a warning to Alex Shelley.
Doesn't get disqualified. Oh, was trying to set him up. Shelley with a nice block.
Both wrestlers entwined, still fighting each other. And now, oh my God! I was getting ready for an exchange here between the two, but it's Jay White who simply levels Alex Shelley with a thunderous chop, and looks, you might want some more here, folks. Oh God! A thunderclap of a knife-edge chop to the chest of Alex Shelley. You talk about a machine gun, Jay White firing non-stop.
Oh, now a chop by Shelley. Shelley trying to floor Jay White. Oh, look at the chest of Shelley. Oh. It is a slugfest between these two.
Here we go.
Oh, finally able to connect. White earned that one. And a foot on the bottom rope by Shelley.
Kudos to the veteran instincts of Alex Shelley, knowing to get his foot on that bottom rope. But once again, Jay White has turned the momentum of this matchup around very, very quickly. And once again, he's got his mentor on the ground now. Got him locked, set up for that half and half. Oh!
Turn it around and a slice right middle of the ring. Oh, and a kick out.
Out of absolutely nowhere, Alex Shelley hit that sliced bread. Check out the slice bread here, boom! Right out of that half and half position, but Jay White manages to get the shoulder up.
Considering how deep we are into this match, Shelley made that look effortless.
Incredible conditioning from the veteran, and now he continues to fight.
Closing in on 20 minutes of competition between Shelley and White.
And there is no give in either athlete.
What a match. What a victory this would be for Alex Shelley to come out of virtually nowhere and defeat the leader of Bullet Club when so many eyes are on Jay White and the club right now.
Now something on the mind of the teacher, of Alex Shelley.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Was he set up for the Blade Runner? Look at that coming up. Shelley nearly out White. Oh, and now set it up. Going for the Border City stretch.
Trying to lock it in. Jay White is fighting with every inch of his being. He does not want this submission locked in. And Jay White, whirlwind ring of the Blade Runner, could be seeing it here.
Oh, after the Blade Runner, now the cover by Shelley. Shelley turns it around. Now back into the stretch.
Back and forth this has gone, but now it is locked in. Jay White is in terrible, terrible territory.
Is Jay White going to tap out to his mentor, Alex Shelley?
What would this do to the momentum that Bullet Club has built over the last several months? Jay White crawling, scratching his way to try to get to the bottom rope, and finally
Gets his foot on the bottom rope and will break this submission.
Hey, to the rope, let's go, you gotta break. Come on, hey, to the rope, let's go.
Shelley going to do it the hard way as White wouldn't relinquish.
White knows better.
To the left arm has attacked this arm throughout the match. Oh, trying to hyperextend the elbow.
Trying to split the arm in half of Jay White. You see the agony continuing.
Step up and secure. And White to the outside, and he needs these precious seconds to recoup.
But Tom, I don't know if I've ever seen Jay White in this much jeopardy. Between that submission we just saw in the dead center of the ring, all the work Alex Shelley has done to the arm of the leader of the Bullet Club. And now he's going to fly!
Shelley, into the arms of White. Blade Runner face first into the apron. Count of 4 from the official. Count of 5. Both men up to the count of 10 to get back into the ring. White rolls in and resets the count.
He knows you can't win on the outside. As incredible as that counter was, you got to get this in the ring to win it.
And now White rolls inside. He wants to pin or submit his longtime trainer and mentor and friend.
Looking to put the exclamation point on a sentence. The period on that part of his career.
I'll go for one more Blade Runner. Blade Runner by Shelley. Cover! Cover! White kicked out.
Straight into the stretch. Oh my God! The wherewithal of Alex Shelley to spin right into the stretch, and once again, Jay White in dangerous territory.
Great transition by Shelley. Now White trying to scramble. Breaks free of the submission. Blade Runner! Cover! Breathe with the switchblade.
Here is your winner, Switchblade, Jay White.
We just witnessed an absolute instant classic in the Impact Zone.
Up next, our Xplosion main event features Bulletproof Steve Maclin going one-on-one with the System's Brian Myers. This match is next on Xplosion. Welcome back to TNA Xplosion, and now it's time for your main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Rutherford, New Jersey, weighing in at 227 pounds, Bulletproof Steve Maclin.
And a great reception for the former TNA World Champion, Steve Maclin, who served 2 tours in Afghanistan as a member of our United States Marine Corps, San Antonio, Texas, a big military town. A lot of respect for Bulletproof Steve Maclin.
San Antonio respects him, and hell, so do I.
Steve Maclin going to face a relatively familiar foe as everyone at TNA Wrestling became accustomed with the System in 2024.
And his opponent, representing the System from Bayside, New York, weighing in at 231 pounds, the most professional wrestler, Brian Myers.
The former TNA World Tag Team Champion, Brian Myers, ready to go one-on-one with Steve Maclin here on Xplosion. She's me, Gia Miller. I'm Tom Hannafin. Conspicuous by their absence, Gia, is the rest of the System. What do you think is going on?
You know, I can't help but wonder if the System might be a little spread thin right now. This is maybe the first time we've seen a member of the System unwillingly or willingly out here by themselves. So, only time will tell.
You never know when it comes to the System. Could have something up their sleeve, but Steve Maclin very well aware of the games the System has played, has seen it firsthand over the last few weeks and months. A number of tag team matches up against the System. It was the System who took out Jonathan Gresham very recently when we were in Atlanta, Georgia. And it was Jonathan Gresham who was attempting to play peacekeeper then between Steve Maclin and his former tag team partner, Eric Young. Nonetheless, this is Maclin squaring off against Myers here on TNA Xplosion.
It's like you said, Steve Maclin, he is aware of the system's antics at this point, so I'm sure he's waiting with bated breath to see what might happen, seeing that Brian is out here by himself.
Trying to luck take over. Now Myers trying to control Steve Maclin here in the early going. Maclin, for the bulk of his time here in TNA wrestling, has trusted no one. I've been on record saying don't trust Maclin, but has turned over a new leaf within the last year and has started to show the TNA fans what his path has been all about, who he really is.
When I hear the term bulletproof, I immediately think of someone that is calloused, that is war-weathered. Someone that can withstand anything and can give it right back.
He earned himself that nickname. Here's the cover. Hook to the leg, shoulders down, and a kick out by Myers. You remember the Turning Point event back in November. You can relive it anytime you want on demand on TNA+. Steve Maclin defeated Josh Alexander in a no disqualifications match. Hit the KIA on Alexander into bullet shell casings to get the victory. That was, Maclin overcoming arguably his biggest obstacle in TNA, and he's got a brand new obstacle in front of him here as Myers used the top rope and a slight distraction there to take over against Maclin.
And we have seen Maclin go through so much just here in TNA.
Now Myers once again using the rope to his advantage. The referee all over Myers. Myers has got to be careful he doesn't get disqualified.
We haven't really known the system to be too fond of the rules.
There, hand in the face kick out there by Maclin at 1. Now Myers trying to slow things down, and to your point, we've seen how Myers, Edwards, JDC, Moose, Alicia Edwards especially, will bend the rules any chance they get.
She's not under the table, is she?
I certainly hope not.
She's small. She can fit in crevices.
And the knee strike there just as Maclin had a little opening. Myers shuts it down.
Yeah. Just need the taste right out of Steve Maclin's mouth.
Myers trying to control Maclin once again. Set for a side Russian leg sweep. Hook to the leg and a kick out at 1 yet again, and you can feel Myers' frustration.
Like I said, we've seen Steve Maclin go through so much and keep fighting. I mean, we've seen this man bleed buckets of blood. It's going to take a whole lot to keep Steve Maclin down.
Hold on, Maclin trying to win the matchup here, and Myers able to kick out at 2. And chopped down by the most professional wrestler. Ever since using the ropes earlier on in the matchup to gain the advantage, Myers has done enough to keep Maclin at bay. There's a cover, hook to the leg, and a kick out. To your point about Maclin, I'll never forget Under Siege 2023. Maclin defending the TNA World Championship that night. Hell on earth at Under Siege. He's gone through the wars here in TNA wrestling, that's for sure. Same with Brian Myers. Now Maclin bringing a little bit of an opening. Shot right to the midsection by Myers. Once again, was trying to go for the implant DDT, and a backbreaker by Maclin. And Myers is in trouble now, and Macklin's got an opening finally in this match. Gonna block these shots here by Myers, and the former TNA World Champion has finally got himself some breathing room. Myers off of the ropes. Maclin, fast press here on top of Myers, raining down those right hands.
Macklin's got to stay on top.
Big clothesline there in the corner. And now Maclin going for an Olympic slam. There's the cover. Hook to the leg. Trying to tuck the arm. And the right shoulder up in time there for Myers. Shades of the TNA Hall of Famer Kurt Angle there with that Olympic slam. Well, now Maclin, I gotta believe he was trying to set up for caught in the crosshairs there. Myers felt it coming.
had a little time to recover.
Oh, and a short-range spear by Myers out of the corner. Maclin able to kick out at 2.
A little time to recover, but not quite enough, and knocked right back down by Myers.
Now Myers is going to the top turnbuckle, does not do this often.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and caught up there by Maclin.
Maybe that's why. Uh-oh.
And Myers gets caught in the crosshairs. Center of the ring, KIA! Cover! Maclin beats Myers.
Here is your winner, Steve Maclin.
Steve Maclin with the victory here on Xplosion, proving yet